Could Germany have won World War II? It's a question that's been pondered by historians and armchair generals alike. Let us play some what-if scenarios. Germany's World War II. It's best remembered for its early successes, the Blitzkrieg through Europe, the quick victories against Poland, France, and Belgium. By 1941, it looked like Germany might be unstoppable. But those early victories were the result of German military innovation and the underestimation of their enemies. Germany's enemies would quickly learn from their mistakes and adapt. And once they did, Germany's military successes would come to a halt. But let's play some what-if scenarios. What if Germany doesn't invade the Soviet Union? Operation Barbarossa, the German invasion of the Soviet Union, is often seen as Hitler's biggest blunder. The fierce resistance of the Red Army and freezing winter caught the Wehrmacht by surprise. It stretched German resources too thin and allowed the British and Americans to rearm and fight back. Germany suffered a staggering 4 million men dead and wounded on the East Front. If Germany had not invaded the Soviet Union, it's likely that the war in the East would have dragged on for several years anyway. But a German victory there would have freed up hundreds of thousands of troops that could have been used elsewhere, maybe enough to win the war in the West. What if Germany defeats the US? The entry of the United States into World War II was a turning point in the conflict. The Germans had hoped that a quick victory in the West would force the Americans to seek a negotiated peace, but that didn't happen. The Germans also hoped that the US wouldn't be prepared to fight a transatlantic war, but again, they were wrong. The Germans' best chance to defeat the US was in the air, but their strategy was flawed. Instead of going after military targets, they focused on London and other cities. If they had gone after the US aircraft industry, for example, they might have had a better chance of winning the war. What if Germany had better allies? Italy and Japan were supposed to be Germany's partners in a post-war world order, but neither country was up to the task of fighting a major war. Italy was defeated in less than 2 years, and Japan's war in the Pacific diverted much-needed resources away from the German war effort. If Germany had had better allies, or at least allies that could stay in the fight longer, it might have made a difference. The truth is that Germany's defeat was the result of a perfect storm of circumstances. If Hitler did not ignore advice from his generals to deploy more panzers at Normandy, France, it could probably delayed the Allied invasion on D-Day 1943. Germany's allies weren't up to the task, and Germany's enemies were willing to fight a long war of attrition. In the end, Germany's defeat was inevitable. What do you think? Could Germany have won World War II? Let me know in the comments. And if you liked this video, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.